Hey guys, Marlo back, and I just wanted to share with you my latest Funko haul. Yesterday, Thursday, October 5th, was a big day for many Funko Pop collectors as there were many shared releases of the New York Comic Con 2017 Funko Pops, and there were various outlets that were sharing the releases such as Hot Topic, Barnes & Nobles, Toys R Us, GameStop, to name a few. So, unfortunately, I was working the whole day. I had a long, 12-and-a-half-hour shift. I couldn't make it. But I was able to order a bunch online, so I'll have more coming in the mail as soon as those are shipped. And, fortunately, I had a bunch of buddies out there who were able to track a bunch of these figures down and pick up a few extras for my own collection. So, thanks to you guys. Thanks to Joseph McCoy, who got me the Power Rangers Dragonzord here. He also hooked me up with the Boba Fett in the Slave 1. And let's see, what else is there? Oh, yeah, Joey also got me this Bob Ross figure here with the flocked hair and beard, which is quite funny, I think. I wasn't really planning on collecting these figures, but he kind of schooled me and let me know that there's a whole bunch of Bob Ross figures out there. So I might pick up a couple. I think it's quite funny. I used to watch him back in the day. And, being an artist myself, I can appreciate Bob Ross. Definitely have to have a Godzilla. I mean, I've been putting him off for the longest time, and I'm a huge Godzilla fan. So I picked up this figure quite recently, and he goes really nicely with the Dragonzord. I mean, the Dragonzord really reminds me of Mechagodzilla. And so it'll be interesting to see them paired up side by side. Bruce Wayne, I just happened to pick up randomly at Toys R Us. He was sitting there. He was from the Comic-Con 2017 and shared exclusive with Toys R Us. So I found that, and I'll add him to my collection. This chase figure here of Rick from Rick and Morty, I was able to get through my buddy Jay Galvez, who told me he was available at Box Lunch in Cerritos. So he got me up and out to check him out at the store. And luckily I was able to snatch this guy up before some other collector was able to. So very cool that I got that chase version. And I think this is the last but not least, thanks to Cho Chang, who I recently also met while hunting down some of the figures I was after. He hooked me up with this Guardians of the Galaxy, the collector figure. This was a special through Disneyland, and I guess it was to commemorate the Mission Breakout ride, or whatever you want to call it, at the park that opened up recently. So thanks again, you guys. Jay Galvez, Joey McCoy, and Cho Chang. Thank you very much for helping out a fellow collector. I'm going to open these up and give you guys a closer look at these figures out of the package, because I don't really save my boxes. I love to free my toys. Except for this one, I'll probably leave in package, because Cho, he put him in a special collector package here, and I don't want to open it up. It's kind of nice, so we don't need to open up the collector. I have a regular version, or at least the New York Comic Con version, coming soon with, full paints. He's fully colored. We don't really need to see a golden collector figure, but let me give you guys a closer look at him in the package so you get an idea. Pretty cool. And let's see. Let's take a look at the back and everything. Not much going on there. Again, just to commemorate the Mission Breakout ride, and a illustrated version of the figure right there. Alright, so let's see. Actually, let me give you guys a view of all the boxes before I go ahead and open them all up. Getting a little tongue twisted here. So here's Bob Ross with the flocked hair. That's the image there. And if you guys don't know, I mean, he had a TV series back in the day, and he was well known for doing landscape paintings at a very quick speed. He can basically churn out a nice landscape painting in about a half hour, 1 hour max. And yeah, I just remember watching a few of his episodes back in the day. Here is Rick, chase variation. I never got the regular version. The regular version is pretty much the same. I think the only difference is the mouth was painted differently. But oh well, I mean, it's kind of cool having the chase version here. And my kids love Rick and Morty. I mean, I dig Rick and Morty too, but it's nice when your kids also appreciate the same stuff you do. So if anything, I'll give this guy to my son. And Bruce Wayne, you know, I'm waiting for the Justice League film like everyone else. And this is, of course, Ben Affleck, who portrays the latest incarnation of Batman. Ooh, I gotta get that Flash. I think that's gonna be an exclusive through one of the movie theaters. I'll have to find out more about that, but hopefully I can get that. So there's Bruce Wayne. Whoops. Boba Fett. Again, this was one of the New York Comic Con exclusives. And I don't have any of these Funko Ride figures yet, so this is my first. And if it had to be the first, it had to be Boba Fett, because he's definitely one of my most favorite characters in the Star Wars universe, as is for many other Star Wars fans. So, quick look again at the box. And we have a couple more here. Dragonzord. Another one of the New York Comic Con exclusives. This was one of the figures that also flew out of the stores very quickly. And I think this was available through Hot Topic. And I heard different stories. They limited it to 10 per person, which was kind of crazy. So, of course, the people at the front of the line grabbed all of them before everyone else could. So that was kind of unfortunate. And Godzilla here, he's pretty much the only regular figure out of the bunch. Again, I just wanted to add him to my collection since I'm a huge Godzilla fan. So let's open them all up and take a closer look. Okay guys, and here we have pretty much all the figures out of their captivity there from their packages, except, like I said, I'm going to leave the collector in the box here because there's this special protective box that Cho threw them in. But anyways, let's take a look at Bruce Wayne. You see him there. He is holding the Batarang. Let's see if it will focus. Is it going to focus? Oh, sorry. That's my fault. There we go. So there he is holding the Batarang. And I can tell it's Ben Affleck. Funny enough, I mean, in the simple sculpt that it is, I mean, it really just reminds me of Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. It's all in the hair, I suppose. We can go to the Chase Rick here, the weaponized version, and he comes with a stand, which is cool. I kind of wish all the Funko Pop figures came with a stand, even though they are supposed to be a little more stable, such as this one. I mean, he could still benefit from a stand. This is the flocked Bob Ross. And you can see the flocking of the hair there and the beard. So, pretty cool. You can see his palette there with the paints. It's a clear palette. And he's very well known for his Afro type hairstyle. So, really cool to have this flocked version in the collection. I'm definitely going to have to try to pick up one more, at least one of him with a painting. So, move them aside. Let's take a look at Boba Fett. He's the only one that's a bobblehead from the set here. And very glad to have him. After looking it over, I was kind of amused, because if you are a fan of Boba Fett, you know that Slave 1 basically flies around like this. And so it's kind of funny that Boba Fett would be facing this direction and controlling the ship in this manner. But I guess they had to improvise to fit him in the ship somehow. I mean, I know the ship can fly in different directions, but for the most part, the ship would fly around like this, or maybe like that. And I don't know if Boba Fett wouldn't be necessarily facing this direction, but again, pretty funny seeing him sitting in there like that. And let's get to the giant guys here, the Dragonzord. Let's move Bob over. I said boss. Let's get the Dragonzord there. You can see how big he is next to Godzilla. And you can see they're pretty huge. And it's kind of nice seeing them paired up next to each other. Again, the Dragonzord looks a lot like Mechagodzilla. And these pair up really nicely. I don't really collect a lot of the Power Ranger stuff, or any of them really, but we'll see. I might have to chase down the Megazord. I know he was hard to get at Comic-Con, but that might look nice paired up with the Dragonzord. We'll see. And knowing me, I'll probably get hooked and pick up the rest of the Power Rangers. But there is Godzilla with all his fins, nice texturing. Too bad his head doesn't turn. Most Funko Pops have some rotation at the head. Even this Dragonzord has some rotation at the head there, as you can see. Oops, hard to do with one hand, but yeah, he does rotate at the head there. Give you guys a better view of the details. It's a really nice figure. And he's huge. I mean, he was 25 bucks. And I believe Godzilla is about the same price. And it's funny to see that Boba Fett, which is actually a little bit smaller, even though he's in a vehicle, he went for $40. So quite a jump in price. I guess a lot of it has to do with the Star Wars licensing or something. But kind of sucks that the rides like this, the Star Wars ones anyways, would run for $40, whereas something huge like this would only be $25, so that's a little funny. But anyways, just wanted to share with you the latest Funko haul that I have. I think I'd better start slowing down. I'm really starting to collect too many of these Funko Pops. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, share the video, like the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Anyways, take care guys, keep on collecting, and see you with the next video. Bye-bye.